as we live in the world, if we don't keep a check, keep our spiritual life in check with God, we start losing our dependence on God. And it can start with something so small. It doesn't take much to derail our relationship with God if we don't go to Him every day, if we don't humble ourselves before Him, if we don't pray. It can begin with a couple examples of things that can happen. It can begin with a thought. It can begin with one single thought. And this is the thought that can happen. Look at me. I'm doing well for myself. Look how good I am doing. Look at me. I am actually doing something for myself. And then we don't give God the credit, and we forget to give God the credit. And it begins with one thought, and we start depending on ourselves. We start relying on what we can do to not only to do the things for God, but also do for others in our strength. And it can also begin with a look. It can also begin with a look. And this is where I think a lot of pride comes from, is that we start comparing ourselves to other people. When we look and we see someone else, and we'll say, look at them. Look how much better I'm doing than they are. Look how much better my life is than theirs. Look what I have made myself compared to them. And that is a very dangerous thing in the heart and the mind of a Christian. It only takes one look to think that. And one of the things that I know about the grace of God is that when people come in that door, it don't matter who you are, what you've got, or what you've done. God loves you just the same. It doesn't matter who you are, what position you're in. You could be anyone with high position or a low position. It does not matter with God. It can begin with a look. When someone says, look at them. Look at them and look how much better I am. But another thing that I think happens to Christians many times is when they get blessed by God. When God blesses, when God provides blessings, when He provides those things that we need, we sometimes take for granted the things that God blesses us with. And when we are blessed, we start realizing and thinking, hey, maybe this is something I did. Maybe something I have done. It doesn't take much to start on that path to have pride in one's life. So we get further and further away. You know, the devil, he was called the most subtle creature in all of God's creation. The devil, when he comes to you, he's not going to come at you with an atomic bomb. He's going to come at you with a whisper. And then when he starts with a whisper, he's going to start talking to you. When he starts talking to you, then he's going to reveal something to you. And then you take the bait and you fall into sin, and then you fall into pride. Because he wants to tell you that you can do it without God. He wants to tell you that you can do things without Him.